Right.
Did you make the announcement, my darling?
No.
Okay. Yo.
What's up?
Okay, let's go.
Time to deal with the repercussions of me being me.
What? Yeah.
The consequences that we all know
Okay.
were coming.
I've had
Oh,
4
Tyson-
yogurts and I've slapped myself in the face. Let's go.
Oh, Tyson doesn't know a thing. Tyson actually knows nothing.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
left
think-
soon after you did.
I did not. I honestly intended not to tell you, but I
Right.
ended up telling you anyways.
The only one who knows is Panda.
Yeah. Panda's the only one who knows.
Yes.
I forgot. What are we talking about?
Well,
Alex
we're about
made
to
up
see.
A 9th hour wish.
Alex, why do you do these things when you knew half your party were falling asleep?
I mean,
Yeah, because if you didn't do it then, you would have forgotten to do it and it would have gotten done.
Karma base, not gonna lie.
also, it was in fact, spoiler alert, an impulse decision. But
What
you know,
session are we on?
67.
We're almost to the funny number, yo.
Are in fact almost at the funny number.
Come on.
Why are we
No,
at
that's-
67? We're at 65, dumbass.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Where?
I'm the one.
I'm the one who's also keeping notes. Am I? Did I not take notes? How many sessions was Draco? Like 3?
3, yeah.
Okay.
The Draco was 3 sessions.
I don't fucking know.
You just live here.
You're on the correct session. Don't worry.
We'll go 67 because I've already typed it in. I don't feel like changing it.
Don't worry. It's 67. I'm
Now
insane.
we're
I'm not that
counting
insane.
off.
If it isn't, we'll have some special episodes called the Lost episodes that we make
So,
later.
Panda, we
They'll
already
be
have
made
so
after.
Panda, we already have so many lost episodes.
We have
Yeah.
4, actually.
Because
The
I am,
Christmas
Have, you know?
I'm a professional dungeon master. Because I'm a professional streamer, and have absolutely not already have not lost a number of early sessions and later
We'll
sessions for
bundle
that matter.
We'll bundle it with the Christmas special.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about
Okay.
it. Though I'm a professional note taker,
Just that-
and I didn't label when we didn't open my notes for the entire fight that Draco Lich was being fought.
Fair enough.
My notes have been fixed.
They are 2 sessions behind.
No, I fixed it. 61 through 63 was combat. 64, then 65, then 66. Because Foxboy over there is like, it's 67, and I'm like, okay. Fuck you too, motorcycle.
Yeah, that's
Let's do this. I've taken my meds. I am not going to strangle the fox today.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
even though he used Wish, neither am I.
seems like everyone on the DM team unanimously agreed that it was a good wish.
Yeah.
So So I'd
Why
hope
do
you
I
don't want to strangle me.
feel like that's not a.
All right.
I mean, we'll just have to see. Smile.
I
Subs,
feel
would
like
you like to explain to the party what they now see on in the throne room?
So, when we last left off, Ami had just begun scrying and was looking through the sensor and observing a scene in a large, well lit room as a young man, barely even a man, uh, was giving the Archmagi a dressing down, and it seemed as though he was about to receive a actual dressing down before Ami decided, I wish that the Archmage was here.
And now there's an archmage
And
next
now
to me.
there is an Archmage on his knees in your throne room.
Rivius will blink and look around. Oh, Moon Goddess is above. What did you do, mommy?
I saved this man. I saved him. You're welcome, by
Saved
the
me.
way.
You
Yes.
saved him?
Yes, from my view, you were about to get the shit kicked out of you by your own team.
Deserving, considering my extensive failures in this damned city.
I mean, it's true, but here you are.
Sharpens right here.
I mean, we could finish the job, mommy.
I'd rather
Yeah, that's what I'm
not.
saying. Sharpens
I'm
right here in the corner.
I'm going to be. I'd rather not. As much as I'd love to put him under, that's not particularly useful.
Yeah, but I hope you don't make this a habit of chasing down our
Oh,
former enemies.
oh, if I get a hold of the assassin, he's all yours. But yes, you. I made a decision, and here you are. And now we get to deal with it, don't we?
We get to deal with it.
Hey, you're in the room.
I was just about
That's
to
Sharpens
leave,
right here.
but I guess I'm stuck here now.
As much as you probably deserve, as much as you probably deserve to be, any number of punishments for the fact that you tried to stage a coup against us by method of summoning a Dracolich from the corpse of the first dragon felled in Elerian.
Honestly, I was about to see if Elwin's consecration was doing well. But no, we have to deal with the Archmage now.
I'm willing to let you stick around as long as you don't try and escape again. And you just kind of let us be.
You
Obviously,
really think he's just gonna sit?
obviously you'd be working for us since we got to look after you since you're back on our turf, and as far as I know, you don't have any more escaping tricks.
He probably does. Honestly, we
He's the
haven't bound
mage.
him.
He always has
Impro-
something up his sleeve.
Impromptu, not prepared
Why does he
escape
have
tricks?
big
I don't think
sleeves?
so. I don't think he was
We haven't
expecting to
bound
find
his
himself.
hands yet, so he could just.
Yeah. Yes, and he's also within range of me. He is right next to me.
He could still try, You, I don't. You don't know once he's capable of. I mean, it will be counter spell, but desperate measures.
As you're all having this talk, he slowly gets up to his feet, and
Looks.
he stands slightly taller than you, Ami, but not by much, maybe about an inch, 2 inches.
She will meet his gaze, despite the fact that she is looking a fair bit physically weaker than even before. So,
Hello.
I'm willing to take you back under, you don't try and do something like that again.
He's staring you directly in the eyes, and he just smiles. I could attempt to escape, and you'll obviously stop me, but I can
Mhm.
tell by the look in your eyes that it'll hurt to stop me.
And I fail to see the
It's a
point in
draining
pointing that
spell,
out.
isn't it?
Yeah? And?
Oh, goddess is above. God save us.
Oh, Bahamut for Fend.
There's no point in it, though. I'd simply be wasting energy if I tried to escape.
Smart man.
But I have no reason to work for you.
No, not particularly. Although, I would mention that you are currently at the mercy of my not-wish enfeebled cleric and ranger friend. Same ranger who was a terrifyingly effective force against the Draco Lich.
You just see Elwyn sharpening a rapier,
And as much as I am generally won't,
polishing it.
as much as I'm generally wont to use threats, someone of your caliber would probably demand something of the sort.
Not that it matters, ultimately. What will you do if I do not cooperate with you? Beat me? Kill me? Torture me?
Probably nothing of the sort. Probably just lock you up in some anti-magic shackles and sentence you for a really long time. Death doesn't really. People think death is a good punishment, but it's really not. In all honesty.
Then I will
Besides,
sit, and I will wait until my rightful lord retakes his city,
well,
or I die in it.
If he does.
I hate to break it to you, but as far as I know, that was his last out-of-pocket trick to subjugate the subjugate the place. The Imperium.
You think
Of course, I'm still fighting dealing with a god, but as far as it goes, the Imperium is out of. Imperium simply doesn't really have the manpower to do much anymore from any logical standpoint.
Lord Bane does not care about any of your logical standpoints.
Well, that's why I say. Well, I'm talking specifically from the Imperium. Of course, Of course, we both know that the Bane is the actual threat at this point.
You think the Imperium is actually important?
Well, it
Yeah, they're
was.
just a puppet. They're a puppets. They're a puppet kingdom, honestly.
I mean, that's a given. But
I mean,
it was.
a
It
means
was.
to an end.
It's not
Same
very.
difference, really.
Yeah. I mean, it was rather useful to have around when the gods weren't so openly intervening.
Oh, yes, it very much was. Only the inner circle of the Undying are privileged enough to know that none of us matter in Bane's grand play.
Well, you could matter if you came with us. You won't, but the offer is open.
No, I've always been quite privy to my part. Even if I did change my ways and join you, none of you would ever trust me.
Well, I mean, for what it's worth, we did. Till we didn't. Elwin didn't. I did. And, well,
Yes,
props
your ranger
props
friend
props to him.
was yes, your ranger friend was the first to nail me down as a traitor to your new regime.
Well, evil doesn't always mean evil, so I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. My mistake. I'll fully admit
Evil
that.
is a matter of perspective. The
Of
color of
course.
one's robes does not determine anything.
I mean, that doesn't particularly change the fact that I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
And under normal circumstances, I would call you a smart and well-educated individual.
I mean, if you wish
But
to
alas, you made a
mock me over the
mistake.
fact, of course, and I will fully admit that.
And as a student of magic, we all make mistakes.
Of course, to consider that oneself perfect is the utmost folly.
Instead, we learn, we grow, and we change. I may be a man of religion, worshipper of Bane, a follower of his great play, but I'm also a man of science and magic.
Well, because frankly, I would hate to see someone of your talents go completely to waste. I wouldn't be too opposed to letting you continue your pursuits of magic and science, even in prison.
A risky prospect.
Well, if I always need to, I can simply, I could simply repeat my trick.
You won't. Don't do that.
Okay.
Oh no, not you, Tice.
Besides, if we truly are ignorant to the true threat, why not make some gambles of our own? If it doesn't pay off, oh well. We count our losses and move on.
Indeed. And now is a time for great gains and great loss.
Oh yes, believe me, I've been making my dice. I've been throwing my dice behind the curtains as well. Although I'm sure Bane may be privy to one of the ideas. Maybe not. Maybe. There are
Then
all great games afoot.
by all means, I will not decline a front row seat, and he presents his arms, waiting for the inevitable manacles to be shackled on.
Guards!
And 3 guards enter the room through the door. Yes, my lady.
Fetch anti-magic. Carson, take him to the dungeon.
Yes, my lady.
You don't mind if I take that robe, do you? It won't exactly be serving much of a purpose on you anymore.
And you see him continue to just hold his hands out as you see the robe start to slip from his shoulders, and they float towards you.
She will gently take the robes in her hands.
And you see two small mage hands float back.
So, not that I'm sure that you don't have complete belief that Bane Sastiandine will reconquer the city, but what are your plans if he doesn't? Out of genuine curiosity.
Then I will sit in your dungeons, and I will die in the city in which I was born.
Fair enough. Can't fault that.
You have always been an interesting one, Army. It will be intriguing to watch you from closer. And the guards will return and place shackles on him. Until next we meet, then.
Until we next meet, I suppose I should be down there at some point within the next couple days, bringing you some material, potentially. Until next we meet.
I look forward to it then.
For the despite the fact that you tried to kill us, you're not so bad.
No point in hostilities
I
when
disagree.
I have nothing.
Elwin makes that very loud.
Well, Elwin, you are also not as deeply ingrained in magic as the two of us are. Killing him doesn't really serve much of our purpose anymore. He has failed in his mission, and we succeeded in ours. And he was to serve, and he was to serve, and he was to suffer punishment from the man I saw. And so I simply thought it might not be much of a better fate, but yeah, at least we get to keep him around.
He
Anyway,
pretty much just stays quiet as he's walked out of the room.
Yeah, I don't say
Never.
anything else.
I never got his name.
I don't think he deserves one anymore.
No. That wouldn't, Revius, denying him his name wouldn't be much better than what the Imperium did. Wouldn't be much better than to what the Imperium did to the Beast Tribes.
Hmm.
As he said, it is simple. It is but a matter of perspective. What doesn't seem evil to you may seem evil to others. And while he was / may be our enemy, we must still afford our opponents our respect. For underestimating our opponent is what can lead to things like the bugbear incident.
I think you're vastly underestimating him, but
If I am, so be it. That is another mistake on my short list of them.
I mean, you do like to gamble.
And you don't?
I've only gambled twice, actually.
They've been rather beefy gambles.
I did have the help with the future. Oh, the future god is a magic after all.
Indeed. Now that that's resolved, now that that is seen to its course, you may return to do as you wish. I think I'm going to go pay his former school a visit. Perhaps I could take.
Well, I'm gonna go see if the consecration went well.
All right.
So if you excuse me,
You are excused.
and then he will waddle off
yeah,
back to
Elwin
the Draco
dismisses
Lich's
himself.
body. Because because I feel like he knows Elwin probably would have did a proper job, but it's going to be transported. He doesn't want I don't know, for Bane to somehow,
Bring
I
it
don't
back
think-
to life on the road.
yeah, or explode it.
Corpse
Oh,
explosion on
yeah.
a Draco Lich's corpse.
Oh god.
Oh
I
god.
don't know, dude. I don't know.
Corpse nuclear bomb.
Also,
don't-
we discovered a homebrew corpse explosion spell, and we all collectively agree if I had acted that and I'd cast it in the undead room, it probably just would have been
Probably still be going on.
yeah.
We just have a constant. We just have a. There's like this area that's just constant under shelling from within.
There's just
Mhm.
there's just a section of the city that's constantly shaking. You can't build anything new there.
Yeah, you can't build anything new there, and you can't like. You have to like. It's like earthquake or just tremors constantly.
It's like living in Los Angeles. Everybody's just waiting for the big one.
Yeah, basically. That's what.
Waiting for
Dude,
the big one that swallows the city hall.
bruh, I'm just like, California's just like, ah, yes, sometimes we're on fire, but sometimes our entire world is shaking. And I'm like, California, are you okay?
No,
Mostly.
it's California.
We're
And
mostly- we're actually
everyone's
mostly okay.
like, one day we're going to break off from the rest of America and float away. You do know that's not how that works, right?
No, they just take a giant saw and then they saw off California.
Isidore.
No, that's what we do to Florida.
I mean, everyone's leaving Florida. It won't be much longer.
Or you could just take the red versus blue route and just fucking nuke it.
Don't nuke it. People
Nuke
live
Florida.
there.
Fuck Florida. There's nothing good in Florida.
People live there.
There's nothing good in Florida.
Brett lives there.
Okay, there's one good thing in Florida.
Swamp puppies are in Florida.
There is one good thing in Florida.
Listen, look, okay, if we can't talk about alligators unless we want to spend 2 hours talking about how alligators propaganda team needs help in spreading the good word of an alligator.
I don't. Okay. Isidore.
I love alligators.
And Isidore will materialize next to you. Well, that was an interesting transaction. Yes.
Yes, it was. Leave it to me. Leave it to me to make the day far more interesting.
Every
Throw. You wouldn't miss it for the world. You wouldn't trade it for anything. Mostly otherwise, because you'd be dead. Like dead.
Probably.
Throw changing cloak robes of the Archmagi onto the list. Purifying robes of the Archmagi onto the list.
And you see him pull out his little quill and notebook. Changing robe of the Archmagi. And you see him scratch it out. Changing terrifying robe of the Archmagi.
Oh.
How is it terrifying?
Can I ask?
You're the
kind
one
of
who
a
said
in-
terrifying.
Can I ask kind of an in?
I said
question?
purifying.
Yes, Tyson.
Can I ask? I want a robe that hides my wings.
Huh?
That's a tall
I
ask.
want a robe that hides my wing. I know that's a tall ass. That's why I'm asking.
So you want a robe of displacement?
No,
a
that's that. No.
I mean, ultimately, what you can do is that you can have your wings folded behind your back, tape them, and then you can wear just a robe that's like 2 sizes too big for you.
Okay, I'm okay with that then. Or I was just wondering if there was like a magic alternative.
I mean, there could be a magic
Alter
alternative.
self.
Alter self.
We-
Something that specifically turns your wings invisible until you want them to.
Yeah, we enlarge / reduce your wings.
Well,
yeah,
enlarge tries to
basically.
do. Well, enlarge reduce only affects creatures, so it would infect the entirety of Elwyn. So.
Yeah, but it would
Unless.
shrink the wings.
It'll be tiny.
Little
A
Elwyn.
circlet of human perfection.
We-
It just
we-
turns
we-
into looking like a normal human.
Yeah, that's what I
we
want.
literally have like we literally have more than a couple of Elerian's artificers. I'm sure they could cook something up for you.
Oh yes. Give the ghost more aneurysms.
I mean, it's a mostly
I
cosmetic
don't think
item.
that's too. That's what I'm saying.
This
It's
would be
cosmetic.
a cosmetic.
This
Yeah,
is
this would be a
mostly cosmetic
magic
item.
It doesn't have to have. It doesn't have to have mechanical effects. It would be like your boots of lengthening.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
I still have those on my way. They've been turned off for a while. Sometimes Rivius turns them on because he can't reach something on the counter.
He used them as a stepping stool now.
Mhm.
Yeah! It's useful. He can't wait around for guards to help him get something off of a counter.
Ami will remark to Elwyn, if you want something to help cover your wings, you could always ask the artificer, some Elerian, to whip something up.
Atherian.
Atherian to whip something up.
That would be great. I just
Oh,
need like. What's
yes.
this? What'd you say this spell was? Ultra Self.
Alter self, yes. It's a rather
Could I
low
have
spell.
Could I have a robe of Ultra Self?
Huh?
Um,
I'm sure the artificers can come up with something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want. Is just I don't know how much
Yeah.
that would what that would cost.
Well, if the intent is specifically for your wings, you're not trying to abuse the actual spell, so I'm sure we're fine with letting the fact just a random robe with alter self exist.
I mean, you're trying to
not spare random passerbys.
yeah, because you're a dragon technically.
I'm a kobold. I'm just kidding.
I mean, you're basically an Ara because Aras are basically hairs that are wide as a Rokugan, but as tall as an elephant.
They're also as tall as a Rokugan.
So basically, they're just Rokugan, but
But
skinnier.
Yeah, they're like Rokugan without the chest that takes up that is their entire torso.
Dude, I love Rokugan's emotes.
The Rokugan chest is their entire torso.
Do you think they're very top heavy? Do you think if you push one over, they'll just be turtled?
No, because they have hands with thumbs.
Okay,
They got
but
hands.
here's
They
the
can
thing.
roll
But
over.
here's the thing. Okay, but here's the thing, Alex.
What?
I've turtled myself before.
Congratulations. Do you want a medal for that?
No, I just want that known.
I'll be right back.
All right.
But you can't get stuck laying down.
I've gotten stuck sitting down before.
Congratulations.
Anyway, as you're discussing with Elwyn how to potentially hide his wings, you'll hear heavy clanking footfalls as you see Justice enter.
Ah,
enter the
right,
throne room.
Justice. I'm glad I didn't start running. I'm glad I didn't start running off to the wizard school. Justice!
I understand from a man I just saw being escorted out of here that you've had an interesting last few minutes.
Yes, I scryed on him and I saw him about to get his, for lack of a better word, crap beat out of him. So I decided to do the only reasonable thing that I'm known for, and I casted Wish to bring him to here.
It was a bad idea, but We didn't really have a say in this.
And you see Justice just sort of put his hand on his head. You trade one for another. You trade one for another.
You're
What's
talking
that
to
supposed to mean?
you're talking to the same fucks who decided that teleporting into a cave and getting ambushed was to try and save 5 individual slaves was a great idea.
Yes, I know. I'm also talking about the man who I watched walk in front of what he knew was 20 ballista be aimed directly at him.
Good point.
Oh my god, they're similar.
Good point.
Jeez,
Good point.
goodbye, my king.
Pushes the
I'm-
shoot at barrel idea to the side.
But yes. Are you in the
Okay.
room, or have you just been quiet?
Uh,
Or you just been off doing other
Yeah.
things?
I've
Okay.
you guys?
just been contemplating the between delivering justice to this guy or ultimately, but also taking into account.
Thing or cleft in his head from his
well,
shoulders.
okay. Well, the problem is that as much as Draco looks bad,
We did
didn't
prevent pretty much all the casualties. So
yes, he didn't. As much as he is the one who summoned the Draco Lich, it did not inherently result in widespread destruction outside of the pits, in which there were no casualties. So, and the undead invasion was mostly curb stomped by us casting Forbiddens. So, there.
Us casting. It was my.
I'm the one.
forbidden-
I dispelled.
Yeah, I was about to
I
say.
dispelled the last one, which allowed you to cast yours. Our Forbiddens.
No, my forbidden.
Our Forbiddens.
Don't
You're-
Russian comrade me.
I'm Russian comrading you. You cannot stop me.
Comrade. Our forbidden.
I'm right. I'm
but
100%
pretty
right.
much, like Elwin, Gore looked like he wanted to take the guy's head off, but he was letting Ami do her thing.
Yeah,
And,
that's honestly what Ellen was
Maka.
considering. I wonder what Tiamat would do in this situation.
oh jeez.
I would banish Tiamat. I would banish Tiamat.
Not that Elwin was gonna summon Tiamat. Just what would Tiamat want to have happen?
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
Probably
but
kill him. That's why Tiamat isn't here.
do you think if you put Ami in air jail, he'll curl up?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You know how foxes, when they picked up, they turn into a ball?
Oh.
Listen, I watch
I
a
don't.
lot of videos on foxes.
Aha.
Foxes are very loud creatures.
I mean, yes, Tyson, I should know. I talk to one every day.
Fair,
Also-
but I'm just.
They're also
Wow.
very impulsive and kind of annoying.
Takes one to know one.
I'm
Have you
also
seen
very annoying.
Have you seen not domesticated, rescued foxes? They just scream. that's their life. They scream. They're happy, scream.
Relatable.
Distress, scream.
I too scream. Unfortunately, it's all internal.
But
You are the
yes.
eternal emperor.
Keck.
I scream,
Oh, yes.
Eternal Emperor.
Yes, Justice, welcome.
Well, I suppose, given current situations, shall we discuss our continued plans for the spring offensives?
Of course. And it
Right
it should serve to put the nail in the coffin of the Elerian Imperial War.
Well, there will be no Imperium left, so definitely should. And Justice will he'll open a sort of compartment in his left arm, and you'll see him pull out a scroll. And he will unroll the scroll, and it will be a small map of the city of Eternia, all the way up to the Fortress of the Tear.
Nice.
So, our main staging area is obviously going to be the city. It's central and is the closest supply point for the attack on the fortress.
Of course.
We'll be able to shift a lot of supplies here through the trade routes, especially now that the bridge has been temporarily repaired. We'll be commencing full repairs after the war.
Mm-hmm.
So the main bulk of our army will be attacking from the south up onto the south end of the fortress. We expect this to be where the majority of the defenses are concentrated, since it is fairly obvious where our attack will be coming from. But we also intend to land troops near the city of Goldcrest, with hopeful permission from the locals to be able to pass through the territory and be able to attack the city from the east as well. Sorry, not the east. Attack the city from the west.
Sure.
In the East.
Sure. I'm sure we can figure something out on that end for you.
Weast. Go Weast.
Then, as a final offensive to properly split their forces, we have our allied city states, which will be swinging in from the north to attack to distract the defenders in that direction as well. Hopefully, we can box them in with a pincer maneuver, and the only real option they'll have will be to crumble under our continuous attacks. Siege from all three sides is definitely not going to be easy to deal with.
All right. It's rather sound. Gore, any input from you?
Mm, Not in particular. That sounds, like you said, sound. I suppose our own entrance will be big and flashy, of course, as it usually
Oh,
is.
I would want nothing less.
Looks at Dragonhorn.
And my hope is that we can funnel the four of you through the main battle and get you directly into the fortress before the main army. Because I want to try and get all of you, while we keep the main army distracted, to deal with the Undying. He is by far the biggest threat within those walls. We do not know what his full capabilities are, and we do not know how much his Lord Bane will be assisting him.
Probably
We
a fair
can
amount.
only imagine that he'll be assisting quite thoroughly.
Yeah. By all means, we believe we have a method of circumventing most of the outside fight, but as usual, it is rather bold to immediately go for them. Immediately go for the Undying.
It may
But
be bold, but if we can break the Undying, it will save us a lot of fighting.
True. I'm sure we could also probably cause more than a couple of them to defect. The onset of imminent defeat.
My hope is if we can cause the Undying defeat while we keep the main bulk of the army distracted, we won't have to have a prolonged siege as well as a bloody assault on the walls.
I mean, I could prep Meteor Swarm. I I could go get fabricate and just tear the mortar out of the walls, so that the walls just collapse.
That's all
siege
well
needed.
and good, but you have to be able to get close enough to be able to do that.
I'm sure I'm sure I'd have a way to get close enough to do that. I could simply.
And besides, that isn't our only problem. We can bring down the walls without much bloodshed on our part. It will be attacking into the city or attacking into the fortress that'll be the problem.
Yeah, there's your actual problem. Choke points galore.
They will have high ground for archers. They will have choke points for spearmen.
Well,
No matter what, an attack into that fortress is going to be bloody. You'll almost certainly be able to
Yeah.
win through sheer force of numbers, but it will
it's
be
not gonna
bloody
be
on
pretty.
both sides.
It's not gonna be pretty, but suppose it just.
And if
Suppose.
we can keep them distracted while the four of you are able to take out the Undying, it will break the back of their morale and probably allow us to end the fighting without actually invading.
Well, I like that plan. My one question would be is that if we defeat the Undying, that probably means Bane is immediately going to intercede, and he's going to be fighting us directly. And as much as I'm usually very confident, a actual god isn't something to be underestimated, because we do not know where we're going to stand in our path at that point.
As much as I do agree with you, the unfortunate thing is that regardless of when or if Bane appears, there isn't much our army would be able to do against him.
Yeah. I mean, you could
If
hope.
he does decide to take the field himself, he could probably wipe the entire field.
Well, there is one thing you could actually do, and that is pray, since it is a fact of this world that prayer does shepherd power unto those who you pray to. So, for having like 5 separate armies praying for us, that should probably give us a bit of juice.
I can definitely order my men to pray when they're not fighting.
God, the absurdity of that statement, but it's a true one. Well, we definitely have a way to get inside of the fortress, and something very large and very flashy besides.
You have always been very adept at the large and flashy.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Honestly, I think I might be the one of the few of my species that likes big and flashy. Oh well, more for me then. But yes, outside of the obvious uncertainty of the defeat of the Nine and by proxy Bane, it is a sound plan in all respects.
And once the operation is done, we will tear down. The king intends to tear down the fortress around the tear and build a city around it.
Sounds
Provide
like
a more welcoming
yeah,
pathway for anyone wishing to enter or leave.
not
this
immediately
world.
beset by people that hate you if you're not human, basically.
Indeed.
Obviously, there are some factors upon that we cannot count on or discount on, and that some that are being kept away. But I'm relatively confident we can at least defeat the Undying.
Agreed. He is he's an old man at this point. I doubt he'll be too much trouble for the lot of you.
He may as well be a warlock, so I'd be careful. I'd be careful about calling him too easy. But I still would agree that the Bane is going to serve as the most of our problems.
Then I think aside from spending the majority of the winter shipping supplies here, there's not much to it.
Well, I'd offer a duel, but unfortunately our gladiatorial pits kind of collapsed when the Dracolich decided to wake up.
Yes, and unfortunately, there's currently a thing in the middle of the hole that we could have used in its stead.
Yeah.
I'll get
Yeah.
some of my men to assist in the moving process.
Would appreciate. We've sorted out a deal with the Duchess of Aramor. So they're getting part of the body, and we're getting basically the other half.
Well, that'll certainly
Should
make it
be.
easier to move.
Indeed. I believe their ambassador is currently working the paperwork out as we speak.
Yes. Paperwork.
That's what we
Just your
have Tareth
mention of it
for.
makes me wish to run away.
Well, that's what we have Tareth for, and me. But mostly Tareth, because he knows what he's doing. I don't.
She's very good at making duplicates and triplicates, though.
That's very true.
You can just hear Tareth from the throne room, or from the throne, by his little desk.
It's very true. I suppose I should be paying a visit to that wizard school now that they're out a head teacher. Although I'm sure I could arrange visits for him to be able to see the place, if he even cares. But that will be for another time.
Yes. In the meantime, I'm going to go and collect my men. We'll help you move that Dracolich, and then I want to send out some scouting parties around the fortress.
You know, Cor, you could probably help out with that fire giant bolt of yours. That's offers on the table if you want to go help them. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Clear my arena faster.
Good point. I'm sure you'll want to rematch me at some point. So
Of course. Anytime. It was a good. It was a good fight.
it was a very good fight indeed. All right.
Come then, Gore. And
You do have fun.
Justice will give you a pat on the shoulder, and you're a strong boy, Gore, and you can feel that Justice is probably fairly close to you.
Jeez. And I'm
23.
using belt as
20,
fire dragon.
23 at least. That's my bet. 23 strength
Yeah.
at least.
Let's see if we can how much of that thing we can pick up without needing any help.
Gore pulls out a couple potions of growth from his
Oh,
belt
can I get Tyranny's End back though?
He tosses the sword to you.
She will try and catch it and fail utterly because she currently has 3 strength. Ow.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. You're not aware of how much wish tax is.
Justice will just look you up and down. Yeah, not the first time I've seen that one.
Yes, decidedly, wish doesn't like being cast by non-immortal beings when you're doing reality bending shit. I probably won't be casting spells from any of the day.
Wish doesn't particularly like being cast.
I mean I cast Hollow with it, and that went well enough until the fuck face dispelled it.
Yes, dragons and their distinct ability to counter magic. It's very annoying.
Tell me about it. Yes, and Ami will then we'll stand up and start and vanish in a into silver mist. As she begins rapidly traversing the city. The power of spam, Misty Step.
All right. Gore. Go ahead and give me a strength check at advantage.
Strength check advantage. Okay. Hold on. Just the strength check, right?
Yep, just straight strength.
Okay. That'd be D20 plus 7.
7.
Boop. Oh, that's not even out of the advantage troops.
Yep, so just roll another one.
There you go.
Much better.
25. All right.
I say.
Um,
It's your strength score. It's your strength score. Gore.
Hmm?
It's your strength score.
Yeah. It matched.
all right, one moment. Uh, 17. So he gets two. He gets 2 under you. So he gets.
Hmm.
So he gets a 23.
What are they doing?
Lifting a Draco.
Oh. I mean, Rivius
So-
is there. He could help.
Sure, go ahead. You can roll a strength check.
Would you like to be a medium, Rivius? I have potions of growth.
Nah. A medium Rivius would be weird. Okay, he's busy. Clearly. He's clearly busy consecrating and now he's tired. Hey Google, stop!
Go
Alright,
eat beans.
so
Banana.
yeah, Rivius is busy concentrating while Justice tells you, you take that side, I take this side. We both lift the leg and see who can lift it higher. And you both just put your backs into it and haul this leg a leg up each as Justice gets it to just over his chest and you're able to lift yours up above your head. All right, boys, get in there and start bracing. And you see an entire team of men just run under the legs with wooden beams and start bracing the legs up.
I'm going to mark off some potions of growth here because we'd probably be using them.
And as they finish, you'll hear Justice say, "All right, let her down." All right, if we can get the entire corpse slightly elevated, we can put the cart underneath the dragon instead of trying to put it on top of the cart.
And
We may need to reinforce the cart.
several of them, yes.
We may need to get a bigger cart.
Probably
not-
carve off pieces too.
I've never hauled a dragon this big before. Biggest one I hauled was the one we shot down in Dragon Slayer's Pass. And that one was barely an adult. This one is bigger than an ancient, honestly. Must have been old.
It was the first to fall.
Really? You're Nersat, are you? Lots of legends about you. Looks like they might have been true. All right, let's do the front. And the two of you will just continue lifting up the Dracolich in various parts, and they get reinforced. The area gets braced by a team of workers that and you slowly prop this entire body up on what is essentially stilts, allowing people to work under it and around it a lot easier. Rivia, since you're here checking the consecration of the ground, roll me a religion check at advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
29.
Nums.
Yeah. Elwyn did a perfectly fine job of consecrating the corpse. You don't think that you don't think aside from straight up divine intervention that there's anything that's going to be bringing this corpse back to life. And even then,
Okay.
it'll probably be hard.
Okay. So, good news. Transport won't be too heinous because there is no way in, unless Bane wills it, heavens forbid, Nersat here will be getting up anytime soon.
Well, he shouldn't be getting up anytime soon anyway, considering, and you'll hear, "All right, heave!" and you see the tail get pulled free from the body. That.
All right.
We do have to divvy out the parts, after all, too. It's not going to be in one piece either way.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think even if someone decided to attempt to bring this thing back, that it'll be getting up very easily. And if it does, it'll be getting up in pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no way this thing is fitting on a cart. Now, I believe we have pretty much done our job. There's not really much we can do. This is more precision work than just cutting it with a sword, which means not really my field of expertise. The artificers know what they want and what will be useful, and what Army will be able to use for her research, and what Tareth has given us a list of what Ottermore wants for their payment, or to receive our payment from them. So, I shall bid you two goodbye, and I'm gonna go see how my troops are settling in.
It's good to see you again, buddy. I'm glad you're walking around again.
It's good to be walking around again. Still getting used to the new ticker. It's interesting having wild magic coursing through me and being the thing that's keeping me alive.
Yeah, we found it in a cave, and since we found you blew up, I told Ami to take it to the artifice to see if we could do something with it, and apparently we did.
Yes, it's not quite the rediscovery of Warforged technology that everyone was hoping for, but at least you know how to fix them now, which is more than we knew before.
Yep.
maybe continued research into the field will help build things. But for now, I appreciate not having to do spotty maintenance by myself and actually have people who know what they're doing do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see Justice will give you a deep bow. And he will walk off and start climbing his way out of this pit.
The pit.
All right. Is there anything else any of you would like to do today?
No.
I'm
Nothing
off to the wizard
particular.
school. I'm off to the
Alright,
wizard
so
school.
He's off
Alright.
to see the wizard. She's off to see the wizard. The Wizard of Oz.
Well, why I am the wizard. I'm the wizard.
She is the Wizard of Oz.
She's the Wizard of Oz. Let's go gaming.
All right, so you make your way over to the wizarding school. As you enter through the gates, you see that, as opposed to last time you were here, the courtyard is empty. There's no students training or practicing or what you could describe as being abused by teachers.
Wonder why. Hello.
As you enter into the halls, you'll hear, one moment, just and you'll hear a small explosion. Damn it!
Hmm?
Well, that's about 1,000 gold. Damn. All right, and you'll see someone appear in front of you in a cloud of smoke. Hello. Oh,
Hey there.
Ami, it's you. It is he was essentially the vice principal when you were here last.
The tiefling, right?
Yes, the tiefling.
Ah, I was hoping I would see you.
Yes, at present I've sent all of the students and teachers home until
I wonder
we
why.
sort out the situation.
Yeah.
Aside from the latest corpse in the city, as well as all the other corpses, how are you doing? You seem tired.
Fine. Well, one doesn't generally get off scot-free after off of snapshot casting a wish. Casting a wish.
Okay. I see. One moment, and he'll disappear again, and
Eyebrows.
reappear holding two chairs in one hand and what appears to be two cups of tea in the other. Come,
What a
let
good-
us sit.
Fair
What
enough.
a cool dude.
So I presume that you've taken over as the head teacher in absence of.
Oh, that is my job until we can find a proper replacement, which I'll be honest, I'm considering going for myself.
In case you were morbidly curious of why I would snapshot cast a wish, the former head teacher is now in our custody.
Really? You got him back already?
Well, I scried him, and he was about to lose his robes, and get probably suffer some worse fate, and so I reflexively decided to wish him to my side.
Dangerous proposition. He's
He knew better. He knew better than to try. Than to try
Fair enough.
anything.
If it
Now
was
that
just you, he probably would. If it was just you, he probably would have. But I imagine you had your companions there with you.
yeah, they were all there. So instead of putting him to the sword or anything of the sort, I have simply decreed that he shall serve trial at some point and just remained in the castle dungeon.
Aye. Well then.
Perhaps help me with research from time to time. He is a man, despite his religious followings, he is still a man of science, and I respect that, and I can respect that. So that's why I'm in my current state.
Well, tea should at least help a little bit. It's got a
Perhaps.
tonic in it that helps soothe the muscles.
Phenomenal. She will happily take a cup.
It's,
Start taking sips from it.
something I would often give to the students after several bouts in our training circle. Magic missile stings after a while.
I'd hope so. That is kind of the point. So, if you're honestly, Parsh, I was perhaps going to throw my own hat into the ring. I may not be here very often, but you know, that was partially my goal. Plus, it'd be a little bit more of an accommodating venue than the castle for teaching people. Although, I'm sure people wouldn't complain.
Yes, it's. I definitely wouldn't say no to having you in charge of this place. You seem to have your wits about you, and definitely an accomplished mage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't really have the facilities to make a robe of the Archmagi. That was always held in secret by the Undying himself. He'd give it to whoever was he appointed as the new head.
Oh,
Which
Pete's.
I suppose technically via tradition, the one of the four of you should decide who leads the magic school, but I don't know how you want to run these things.
Well, I think the other three would. I may be speaking for them on unnecessarily and unfairly, but I think they would leave the school to me regardless. I am the wizard. I am the wizard after all. This is quite literally my expertise.
Gor's the shaman now. Sorry. He casts augury to see who's the best candidate is.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Is Ami the best candidate? Wheel of woe. Whoa! So much goddamn.
God, that would be a
Gor thinks
time.
he knows magic now. No.
But for what it's worth, he did surrender his robes without any. He surrendered his robes without a word, since they weren't exactly going to be doing much good on him if he was in prison in anti-magic shackles. So, belongs to me now.
Good, at least.
I'll just have to figure out how to purify them, for lack of a better word.
Never really heard of anyone purifying robes of the Archmagi, though.
Well, I'm
But
also
then again, I don't think anybody's ever tried.
I don't think anyone's ever tried, and I'm also the person who has managed to figure out how to use wild magic crystals for an economic benefit, and then
Indeed.
also have a separate venture to pursue with them and to turn them into basically throwable bombs. So
Honestly, I try not to think about what wild magic is capable of.
well,
Scares
it's not even it's not even normal wild magic. It's wild magic from the tear. So it is very strong. But I have plenty of time, so I'm sure I can figure out a way to do it.
Yes, I believe you'll probably be staying in the city till the spring at the very least.
Oh, at the very least, then the campaign against the Imperium will resume.
I hope only that it can end swiftly and with not too much more bloodshed.
Well, because I am a trusting person and I am probably more merciful than and I am probably too merciful for my own good. If you desire to see your former boss, I would let you do so without hassle.
Hmm.
Just tell the guards that. Just tell the guards that I sent you at any point,
I'll
and they should let you in
consider it, but
without.
as of right now, I have no interest in speaking with him.
Offers on the table.
What I am more interested in is making you an offer. I wasn't able to offer it before, but I can at the very least until we find someone new to run the school. If you need the assistance of me or any of our teaching staff in your war effort, don't hesitate to ask.
I will remember that, and I would happily take up, but I do know that you would almost probably still almost be acting as the head teacher, because I'm sure you've noticed I have a bit of a tendency to be away for periods of time.
You are leading the entire city. It's not
That's
exactly
true.
easy.
Well, don't let this get out too far, but if all goes well, I might be ascending to Legate of Magic. So, also
How's that gonna work?
uh because faith in this world holds power, and the more people believe in you, the stronger you become.
Huh.
Simple enough.
Yeah, actually, it really is.
It is a really rather simple concept when you get down to it. And we've been at this for a while, and me and the cleric we're responsible for turning the tide of battle, turning the tide on the walls of Elerian about a years ago. So a lot of people believe in us. So we've gotten our fair share of strength.
Indeed. Well,
So he might be working under the future god, a future god of magic. So
I'll be a promotion, I guess.
I'd consider it a promotion.
Oh, it's been good talking to you, but I should probably get back to my work. I just lost about 1,000 gold worth diamond to unfortunate mishandling of a potion.
Unfortunate, but I'm I'm sure this wizard school will probably be more open to the public, even with either of us in charge of it.
Yes, I certainly hope to change. Regardless if I'm in charge, I hope I can change the elitism of this school.
Magic is for everyone.
And
There's
certainly
no
our teaching methods.
yes, no need to drill. Yes, as much as it is not a bad practice to drill it into their heads to practice. Practice. You do. You need to be so. You need. Oh, I honestly don't have much input on that part. I'm self-taught, so I'll leave that to you. Actually.
No worries. I'll devise a new teaching method that doesn't leave our students bruised and aching every day.
Yeah, now that should probably stop immediately. Well, feel free to come to the castle whenever and search me out. Don't just don't thaumaturgy in the morning.
He did love to do that, didn't he?
Yeah, did it once. That was enough to put him on the. All right, now you've the slightly ticked me off list.
I'm not going to miss him, I can tell you that.
Wow. Not much loyalty, eh?
Yeah, he was a tyrant is a kind word to say for it.
Damn. Guess I only really saw the good parts until I didn't. Oh, I suppose I could help. Wonder what I might actually have to. I might actually go check out his quarters just to see what's there. See what I can.
Yeah, feel free.
I guess I'll do that. Just
You know
that.
the way.
Yep. And she will start walking off in that direction. Still nursing the cup of tea.
All right. We're going to have to take a short little break there because I need to go to the bathroom.
That's fine.
So I shall be back.
Thumbs up. Well, this is going well.
Glad the vice teacher is so much that is on the surface better.
What?
Yeah.
I'm glad that the vice headmaster is so much better, than the actual
Yeah.
prior headmaster. At
Yeah.
least on the surface so far. I mean, he could be just better at hiding it too. Even better.
Could always just start paying close attention to him, or I could just always interrogate him. So, yeah, that's a good point.
During the headmaster interviews, just have reviews cast his own truth, and then
Yeah, that's fair.
since the caster knows that the person's resisted it or not.
True.
Take this time to get your jackpot cards. Thumbs. Anyways, hello.
What's up?
Nothing much. Been taking notes. Doing stuff. Vibing.
Oh,
There he is.
Well,
Take this time to get your jackpot notes.
yes. All right. So, Ami, I will get what you find from his office for you at a later date. Let me quickly put that down in the notes.
Damn it. So I was hoping that it wouldn't just be put it down on the notes because I'm becoming a little weary of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, this is just because I can't think of what would be in there.
And frankly, I was hoping a lot of spell books, just a lot of notes to things to learn, things to be learned, etc.
Yeah, still have to think about what those things are.
The one time I'm counting on improv after snap. Oh well.
That was my intention, but I couldn't think of anything.
Alright, fair enough.
All right, so as we continue on through the day and Ami searches.
Oh, I
searches
just
the
realized we
corners.
haven't had any music this entire session.
Ah, shit. You're right.
Heck.
Yeah, shit.
The roleplay was too good. We got too immersed.
Oh my god, lol.
Oh my god, lol.
There we go. Something at least. So as Ami searches the office, Gore observes Gore and Rivius, at least at present, observes the slow and delicate carving of the Dracolich's corpse. And Elwyn, what are you up to?
That's a good question. I don't
Would you-
really know.
Wouldn't you like to know, DM? I don't even know.
No, it's not. It's just I don't. Other than getting that robe, I mean, he's just adjusting.
How many
Kind of a
times?
shock.
How many times has he fallen over?
I would say at least half a dozen.
All right.
Sorry, I really don't.
About maybe 4 hours after the after Justice, Gore, and Rivius head out to the Dracolich, you'll see Justice come back in, and he'll be flanked by two halflings.
Not related
Okay.
to Olivia's.
Elwyn, I believe you wanted to speak with the artificers about your recent changes.
Yes. I would like a robe that can obscure Flamp's wings a little bit. These.
You see the two halflings look at each other, then look at your wings, then look at each other, and then they nod. Well, we definitely have to find some way to constrict the wings, but we don't want them to be uncomfortable. So we also need to be able to become. We also need to be able to, spring out in combat. So they're useful.
Yeah.
And of course, it has to be comfortable. You can't have something uncomfortable hanging on your shoulders the whole time. We could do something that. What if we make robes that are specifically designed around shrinking a particular body part, and then when the robes are taken off, those body parts enlarge again back to their original size. That's all well and good, but what about if he gets ambushed? Then he has to spend time taking the robes off to be able to use his wings, and it'd just be cumbersome. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What if we gave it a command word? Command words are fun. Command words work.
No one likes the
Alright.
sound of this idea. Nods.
All right, so we make a robe, maybe a bit larger than your average robe, just to compensate for the scales.
Mm-hmm.
We place an enchantment on it that reduces the size of the wings in particular. Oh, we need some way for the wings to come out of the robe though. So they can flap properly. Otherwise, you'd still have to take the robe off to be able to flap his wings. We could easily make slits big enough for that. We just gotta make sure that they're in the right position so that when the wings grow out, then they grow out through the slits and not into the robe. and you see them both pull out. You see them both pull out a notepad and start scribbling down. This is awkward, but could you take a knee? We need to get measurements of your wings.
Okay. It takes, I guess, weird bow type thing and like spreads wings.
And you'll see one halfling pick the other up as to be able to reach your wings, and they pull out a tape measure and start measuring your wingspan. All right. And they start rattling off measurements. The one measuring rattles off measurements to the other. You see the one just lift the halfling up and then set them on their head, and they pull out their notepad and start writing the numbers down. All right. All right. Lower. Need to get to his chest now. Thank you. And you get a tape measure wrapped around your chest. Broad-chested, aren't you? For a half elf.
Probably from drawing a bow.
Yeah, that does tend to do it. And after that, you'll see the one halfling jump off the other's head. All right. We got your measurements. We have an idea for a preliminary design, and we'll be back to you in 3 to 5 working days with a prototype.
Sounds
And they both just sort of run off.
Okay. I didn't forget to ask him how much it would cost, but that's fine.
Don't worry about that. They get very excited and they get completely tunnel visioned on their newest project. Before your robes, he points at his chest. I was their project.
Is that what the modifications were for? Or
Some of them. They get a little obsessed with ideas. They could definitely be considered as over-engineering sometimes.
They have ADHD. Let's go.
But they do good work, so. And besides, and he lifts up his right arm and it turns into a crossbow. Some of their modifications are pretty interesting. But while you're waiting for them, I have a proposition for you, Elwin.
yes.
You're a man. You're a man of the bow and of the city, but you're definitely one of the people with the best eyes I've seen. So I wish to offer to send you out on scouting missions with a team of mine. Give you something to do during the winter. Isn't set up in this place.
Yes, it is. It is a lot to. It's a lot of time to do nothing.
So, how about you scout out the Fortress of the Tear? It gives you a bit of time to see what your enemy's like, and who knows? Maybe you'll be able to get into the odd skirmish on the outskirts as well. We are still at war after all.
Sounds amazing.
Then I'll come by again tomorrow with a group well suited for you. Don't want them to be slowing you down after all.
Nod. Stoic nods.
He's stoic nodding. Let's go.
Now, I believe we have more or less concluded our business for the day. Everyone seems to be busy with their various things, so how about you and me go and get ourselves something to eat? Well, you go get something to eat, and I stand around and look intimidating. I haven't gotten a chance to explore the city much outside of fighting zombies. Show me around.
Yes. Yes.
Besides, people will probably stop looking at your wings as much if you're next to me.
Or it compounds, but you know what? Yeah, we'll can take that.
Something that I've learned: don't be embarrassed about the things that make you special.
Nuts. Yeah, and so let's there's a couple of places that I would recommend. Or at least maybe once well, look at it now and then I guess the later will look more impressive.
Then let's go, shall we?
No, we cannot.
And,
They go out on
and Justice will drag you along for a night out on the town.
Yo, this guy's hanging out with Justice. Look at this guy. He's so freaking cool.
All right. All right. So, as the day progresses on, comes to a close, everyone will gather back at the throne room. Unless there's anything anyone would like to do between now and then.
No.
Alright. And as you gather back to settle down for what has become strangely customary at this point, you sit down for dinner. And as you do, you see Sybil come into the room with a stack full of with a stack of papers. Good evening.
Good evening.
I have just about finalized everything that's needed for our transaction. It has been approved by my lord, and we are ahead to go with We are ahead to go with our transaction. He has agreed to my amount as well.
Okay, that's good. I checked on the corpse today, and it should not be walking anywhere besides the fat, even in pieces.
That's
Anyway.
good. I'd not like a Draco Lich to rise up on the road. It sounds like it would be
I mean, it'll be difficult to rise up on the road considering it'll be in multiple carts. But you know, it doesn't hurt to check.
always. You can never be too safe when you're dealing with things summoned by gods.
Yeah, I didn't even consecrate it. My friend Elwin did. He did a great job. Must be the whole connection with dragons.
Probably, yes. This has
yeah.
been a lot of paperwork.
Well, how
But
have
I'm
you been
glad to have
doing,
that
Sybil? Ever since your... How do I put this nicely? Revival.
Still have some nightmares, but getting better.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
From your waking from the eternal sleep.
It's not every day. It's not every day. Someone you visit the you visit the land beyond and then come back.
Yes, especially and concerning my nightmares, I have a feeling whichever land beyond I went to wasn't exactly a pleasant one.
It might be your reputation, unfortunately.
Probably more than the reputation, honestly. And she has a slight smile. And which is the representative from Goldcrest again? That's, hold on, I need to double check his name.
It started
yes,
with an
Ansel.
A.
It's
Yeah,
Ansel.
Ansel. It started with an A, but I couldn't remember the rest of it because I'm bad with names.
As Sybil moves her papers out of the way to start eating her food, Ansel will speak up. So, I believe that your field marshal intends to move troops through our land in order to facilitate the ending of the war.
This is
Yep,
correct.
that's the plan. If you will allow it. Of
Well,
course.
unfortunately, it's not a decision I can make, but I have sent my opinion to my lord. He's weighing his options and will probably ask for some sort of compensation, but I imagine he'll be amenable to ending this war and gain some stability back into the world.
We can't just be marching through without asking you.
Of
I mean,
course, we
could.
wouldn't want to start another war.
We could, but it
wouldn't
wouldn't be
be bad.
conducive to
No, it would not be very conducive.
Yes, my lord will not be very keen on the idea of trespassers, and even though we don't have the military strength to be able to compete with Elerian, can't
It will
exactly
still
take
be
that line down.
It will be bloody. That's for sure.
Indeed, and I'm sure everyone would like to avoid a second war in such a short period of time.
Especially with how Snapfire your lord is.
Well, that's a little harsh. It's true, but it's a little harsh. But we have. I have no doubt that he'll be amenable to the idea. He'll probably try and make some form of profit out of the situation, but can't exactly go around in this world without making some money out of things.
But yes, we will be marching. We'll be marching the Therian army, along with our allies through your lands. After getting permission, of course. And then we will go to the fortress and end this war.
Yes, Fortress of the Tear. I've only seen it. I've seen it a few times actually. Go quite close to it on the passing by.
Yeah.
Even with it just barely poking over the horizon, you can feel the power of the wild magic emanate from it. Can't imagine what it would be like up closer.
Honestly, I guess I've been wondering how magic will affect it.
Could be fun.
It would be fun. It'll be like the wild magic dust, but all over again, but worse. Maybe I'll take a trip to the Noosphere instead of the astral plane again.
Wouldn't this be kind of a good thing?
What, going to the astral plane?
No, the null sphere.
Yeah, it would be a good thing. I could take a breather.
Huh.
But as I said, I have given my lord my considerations, which were in your favor, to allow the troops to move through and end this war as quickly and with as little bloodshed as possible.
Yeah, the best option would be to move through your lands, but if we have to move around, then it will take more time. But you know,
But for now, I think we should resolve ourselves to food, eating, and Enzo will look down at the plate of food that has been prepared. Ah. All right, and all of you will
what are
enjoy.
Valentine's opinions on life, the universe, everything?
Valentine just kind of looks down at his food. I still don't know how to feel about your decision when it comes to the continued surviving of our archmagi friend, but ultimately I don't have the decision in that regard.
Oh, you and me both, Valentine. You and me both.
This is your city after all, and I can't exactly presume to tell you how to treat your laws.
As much as
Especially
Just
since
five-
you've all... Go ahead.
yes, just 5 minutes earlier, I probably would have killed him, but seeing the fact that he was he was probably going to potentially suffer a fate, potentially suffer a similar fate, probably going to potentially get killed by his own side, I thought, what the hell. And, well, there he is. He may be stubborn, but I'm sure I could probably get to him eventually. And just kinda make him see that it's probably not worth just staying the rest of his life in a cell.
No, I know I
Probably
wouldn't
wouldn't.
want to do it.
Probably would enjoy it.
I wouldn't. It'd suck. It would be quite unenjoyable to just spend the rest of my life in a cell, especially after this much. So, I will endeavor to change his outlook.
Oh, if you can manage that, it'll certainly be quite something. People always talk about how the prison system should be about reform instead of punishment, but
Punishing doesn't do much in the grand scheme.
Perhaps.
Sometimes it does, a lot of time it doesn't.
Regardless, though, I certainly agree with Ansel that ending this war quickly and effectively at this point will be best for all sides.
Well, I agree.
This war hurts trade as well as commerce, so ending it swiftly will be good for all parties. And will allow for some stability to return to this damned place.
Indeed.
And maybe you as the rulers of the city of Eternia can finally return to having soldiers patrol the roads and stopping bandits. That was always the best part about being under the Imperium. Never had to worry about bandits.
I'm sure you didn't.
Most of the rest was not particularly great, but not having to deal with bandits was nice. Though, trust me, I do not in any way long for those days.
I would hope not. Being under the gun isn't particularly fun. I mean, you're still technically under the gun, but under far more merciful people. Depending on which one you ask.
So, is there anything anyone would like to do over the course of the next several days and possibly weeks? Besides Ami doing more research.
Nothing in particular. Just doing as the marshal does, and
well, I mean, you could
continuing to train troops.
you could also practice styles of your own to potentially gain yourself some non-uniform benefits. Some new fighting styles, some such. Getting your armor upgraded, getting your sword upgraded.
I was already. I'm able to retrain my.
Yes, you are
Crossbow
able
man.
to retrain your crossbow master during this time.
Okay, and then what else? There's something else I wanted to do. Oh,
Oh, go ahead, Tyson.
I would like to improve the orphanages around.
Oh yeah, Rivers will use our new money to continue the building of the religious district, and also help with the orphanages. Might
Alright.
even see him without his armor. Building
Wow.
shit.
Wow.
Wow.
Grievous
yeah,
does
so-
have a face.
He doesn't wear a helmet. What do you mean?
Why did they not wear a helmet? Dangerous.
Arrows. Danger noodles of the sky.
Helmets
Arrows.
aren't
otters.
heroic. No one will know you're a main character if you're wearing a helmet.
Partially agree, partially disagree. Depends on who you ask. Depends on the setting you're in.
I mean, if the helmet's fancy enough and unique enough, then I guess it'll still
Yeah.
matter,
Yeah. If it's like iconic, then you don't
Yeah.
worry. It'll be noticed.
Hello.
So,
Hello.
but hey,
Yeah,
you
it
could
would
like
be,
train.
or it would
you
be
could-
training, as well as getting his gear upgraded, putting that money towards that.
Alright.
Let's see.
Very goog.
Indeed.
Very buggers. DM, I would like to upgrade my armor, please.
Sure, you may go ahead and do that.
Please, bro. Armor upgrade.
Armor upgrade.
Armor upgrade, please, bro.
Yeah, no,
Excuse me.
that is all well and good. You can get your armor upgraded.
adamantine plate armor plus 3, baby. Let's go.
But also,
We're gaming.
minus 500,000. Well, slash 10% of that. So, 450,000 actually. Right? No.
Oh yeah, we have 2 million each, right?
Yeah, we also have a discount on things. Like a
Yeah.
10% discount, I
Hold on,
believe.
have
That is the
have
discount
to
percentage,
put
right,
in-
Ups?
Yeah, it was 10%.
Okay.
I have to figure out where I put Ririus's gold.
So yeah, 450k for legendary. Which we can buy. That's cool.
Legendary.
Legendary items.
Bah.
Legendary
Mm,
bot,
legendary.
indeed.
Hold on. I need to find where I put Ririus's gold.
Can't
I
believe
don't
somebody's so.
As far as availability, are we actually able to get legendaries? Or
You're able to upgrade your current gear into legendaries.
Okay.
You cannot buy just straight up buy a legendary. You can get
Got
what
it.
you have upgraded to legendary.
Nodders.
Oh, so I figured out.
Legendary +3, right?
and here I was about
Yeah.
to ask for Black Razor.
Oh god. What do you wait? You literally. I don't even think you could use it.
No, it's
Well, you wouldn't
it's
like it.
sentient, but
You
devours
wouldn't-
souls.
You wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. I don't think anyone would like it.
Yes, okay, I
Souls
want
of
to
the
upgrade my
innocent,
oath.
a
I mean,
bagel.
it's a
No!
chaotic. It's a chaotic neutral soul eater. It's
I
a
was-
what it has to
Right, that's-
What do you
survive.
want to eat, buddy? The souls of an innocent, a bagel.
It actually doesn't care about if it's innocent or not. I can only feed it evil souls.
I would, but I would prefer you didn't feed it souls at all, cause it's fucked up.
The souls of the. I need your
Souls for the soul.
souls.
But that ability it's got, when you kill something, you gain its total health as your temp HP.
A bagel.
I'll think about it.
2 bagels.
Listen.
No.
Imagine me getting the killing blow on the Draco Lich, and then having
Yeah,
its
this
health.
motherfucker's
That makes
literally
me-
invincible now. Like, come on.
It's like
Okay,
then I'll just storm the enemy castle.
By
Just
himself,
shoot-
and he'll win.
We just
I'm storming the
shoot
bridge.
Gore out of a cannon.
Don't need a cannon. We have a
We
massive fucking
shoot
dragon.
Thor out of the cannon and he 1v1's Bane.
He'd probably be able to do that. Power word kill. Who the fuck? Who needs power word kill?
Gore
Fucking
finishes off Bane,
worthless.
gains Bane's health as his temporary HP.
Oh god. Oh lord.
Bane has been devoured by Black Freezer.
Oh god.
Okay, but what is my AC 26 now? I don't know how to math.
I mean, if you just got a +1, then yeah.
Your AC was 25, so +1, yeah, it would be 26.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Thumbs.
Hmm.
Up.
Now what if we hear me out. What if we turned your hammer into a defender weapon?
I don't know what that means.
You
A
can
defender
change its
lets you-
a
yeah,
defender. Take your to hit bonus and turn it into AC. But it does sacrifice the to hit for that round. It's a hit.
I mean, I don't usually use my hammer.
True. It's very true. What the fuck would I even upgrade? Can I? I don't even think there's anything I could upgrade.
So let's see.
Let's see here. I have a +3 shield, +3 armor.
I'd say Elwin could probably get his Oathbow upgraded, like non-raw upgraded.
Yeah.
But I don't think he needs to.
See, I want to upgrade it, and I want to give it a name. That's.
I
You
mean,
can give it a name at any point.
you can give it a name.
Bane.
I gotta think
It's a
of
little-
a name. I feel like naming a Pathfinder is a little bit too on the nose.
That's a little bit. That feels a little bit on the
Dragon's
nose, yeah.
Bane. Captain
You see, you call it
Dragon's Bane.
Pathfinder, and then you get it upgraded, and you call it Pathfinder 2.
Bruh.
And then everyone far and wide will speak of it.
Yeah,
Bruh.
Awful.
in hushed and reverent tone.
You're awful.
And we didn't know this already. How?
No, I'm quitting.
That's
You're
I
quitting,
refuse. I refuse.
I quit.
You did not quit. I wish you unquit.
But yeah, I feel like I
Okay.
need to name the bow that saved an entire town,
Entire city.
entire
Yeah.
Entire
city.
city.
Entire
The
nation,
largest city
potentially.
on the largest city in the on the fucking
The
continent.
Eternal Path.
And that way, looks at camera. In the next phase, somebody can have a cool little weapon, if maybe.
No.
That assumes I ever run a campaign to level 20 again.
I feel like our shenanigans have just banned other people from hitting level 20 any again. Great job, Alex.
Alex specifically.
Yeah, Alex,
Alex,
I
Nobody
will say,
else.
though, if I ever run a campaign to level 20 again, they're not gonna be getting the amount of extra shit that you guys have.
We'll probably get a fraction of it, but not the full deal.
I mean, they might get the neat follower bonuses if they follow us as their gods.
I mean, they might just get neat
They
follower
get-
bonuses in general.
Yeah. Well, I'm
They
saying,
get-
like, we probably request that they get some extra fuck shit, though. Because we
That's-
are their gods.
Fair.
be like, kick down door of DM chat. Hey,
hey,
my
Hey,
adopted,
I wish
my,
to adopt an adventure.
my adopted child wants something from me.
yeah,
I wish
I'm
to
going.
give it to them.
I'm giving it to them. You cannot stop me.
and
Kick
then all of a
down
sudden
door.
it gets stolen or something.
I smite the person who stole it.
Yeah, what was it?
I give them back, give it back, give them a head back, leave.
Hey, you dropped this.
Hey King, you dropped this.
I'll probably just message you my requests for upgrades, I guess, then.
Yeah, no problem.
And see how much I can get, I guess.
Yeah, no problem at all. Ow.
Yeah.
I'm just currently
Ow.
being mauled by cats.
Why are you
You know what?
left?
You know what? I think I know what I'm gonna name my bow.
What are you gonna name it?
Freedom's Roar.
That's a good fucking
Aw.
name.
That's a good
That's
name.
That's a
That's a
good
good
fucking
name.
name. Holy shit.
Look at this guy.
He knows names! This motherfucker's unstoppable. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
You can
this
name
guy's-
things, oh god!
It's
he can
terrifying.
Name things. Listen, dude. Gay people for some reason know how to name shit.
I don't.
I don't!
Listen, look, like exclusively gay. Like Tyson and Xander know how to name things.
Can't
You
believe
know,
Tyson
the-
stole- can't believe Tyson stole the ability to name things and
What the fuck?
left us
Yeah,
that-
bisexuals with nothing.
I mean, I was
Yeah, how much does
gay.
it cost to upgrade the bow though?
Well, see, here's the thing. You can't normally upgrade it, so, because
Yeah,
it's a very rare by default,
Oh,
That's
okay,
a-
never mind then.
you're gonna have to
Well-
figure it out with Emps, Furret, and Angel.
No, that's fine. For now, we're just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna.
See, I'd
rename
ask to
my
upgrade
bow.
things, but I feel like I'm going to be told no. For...
Yeah.
I mean, it
So-
depends on what you want to upgrade.
Well, see...
Yeah.
For instance, if you want to upgrade the helm of teleportation, I'm gonna tell you no.
See? Exactly.
If you want to upgrade your fucking tome, yeah, probably.
I'm gonna...
Alex has been
I'm gonna-
banned from upgrading.
I'm gonna nerf myself and say, that's a bad idea. I may be getting a robe of the Archmagi soon.
I just
I'm
feel like
just
Oathbow
saying.
+2 kinda
Okay,
and
but we just spend several weeks trying to pull in Ahsoka.
I mean, yeah, that's the plan.
That is the plan.
That is literally the plan.
Anyways,
Also, if you're-
I wish to dump money onto my religious district.
Notters, you dump money into the religious district. How much money are you dumping into the religious district?
Remember, well, remember, there's still 12 million gold that didn't go to us, and it's probably and it's going to the thing, going to the general city treasury.
Yeah, what money do you think I'm using?
Yours, because
No.
you're you.
Omni's
No.
your
Yours.
staff of
No,
power.
I don't need a staff of power.
I'm using the city's money. Okay, I have.
I don't need a
Listen.
staff of power.
I'm just saying
Is
it
it-
gives you plus to your both your spells casting and your
Oh,
armor.
Amps, I would like to
It
also
does.
send like 10,000 gold to my family.
It does, but see, also, I effectively
Noted.
achieved the same thing with the ropes of the Archmagi. It's
But you can
technically
have
minus.
Thing the fan-
He hasn't talked to them all in like 2 years. Gives
Eh.
them $1 million in equivalent. Doesn't elaborates a lot. Leaves.
They use that money to find you.
Oh God.
They hire a private detective.
Yeah.
Oh
Basically.
God.
You're fucked.
He died.
Anyways,
But
I'm really sorry, but my head is about to burst.
that's
So
I
fine.
was actually gonna say, I don't know what else to do for the rest of the session.
I mean, it would just be us trying to just be figuring out things we want our
So-
characters to do in the downtime.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd be doing a shit
So-
ton of research. I'd probably be encouraging Panda to let him train different fighting styles, even new fighting styles. And probably the same for Elwyn, just as more things to, because yeah,
Jason, I have a question.
Yeah.
Have you considered taking your Rebution at night?
Why do you say that?
Because if you take it at night, when the headache attacks you, it isn't as bad. Because you sleep most of the headache off. It's genius. I'm a genius, but also I've been on Rebution for 2 years.
Check.
And I'm on the 300 milligram version.
Maybe something to bring up with your therapist.
Maybe. But anyway. I'm
Because
sorry, yeah,
having
That's
headaches suck.
True, it
yeah,
does.
I'm
And so, yeah, you go. Just figure out what you want to upgrade in the meantime. We have 2 million gold. I could quite literally just teleport us around the fucking place to find any blacksmiths, artificers, etc., we need.
okay. Alright.
I could.
Good night,
I could-
Tyson.
I could semi-realistically buy out the entire
Right.
fucking spell log of everything from 1st to 5th level
And,
for wizard spells. I'm not gonna do that because it's a terrible idea for my sake.
And your
That's a
ability
terrible
to find anything in your spells.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
that's
but
why
I
I'm
have
saying
a-
it's a terrible idea
This
for
is an
my sake.
This is an interesting question, though, Ems.
Hello.
So
Are people actually building altars to us?
wouldn't you like to know, cleric boy?
I mean, you don't know about the rest of the city, but you can always check around here if you want to just give me like a perception check to see if there's altars of you guys around.
My assumption would be that they'd be repurposing existing ones for the other gods.
I would bet so too, but I wouldn't put it past them for there to be a fair number of makeshift altars in the lower end district, since from the role we played in the Revolution, which is to say,
Yeah.
yes.
There's a lot of makeshift altars from the poor people.
We
So
should
yeah,
probably
give me a perception check at advantage.
should
Hold
also
on.
probably invest into that area. You know, it was.
Yeah, that was my next plan after religious district was settled.
Fair enough.
Perception at advantage.
You know, I've had this ring of mind shielding like the entire campaign. I attuned to it at one point, unattuned, and then just kind of
God, my
never
rolls
reattuned
are
to it.
shit.
Looks at your previous roll.
My rolls are shit.
Looks at your previous roll.
My rolls are shit. Anyways, I said 10,000 gold to my family. I elaborate a lot. I leave.
You don't tell them that you're royalty.
I don't tell them that I'm royalty. I don't, or the divinity thing. Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
wanna-
Don't listen to the rumor. Don't listen to the rumors that are spreading.
I don't want to upgrade the bracers of defense because those are getting the axe when I get the
But yeah,
ropes of the Archmagi.
Rivius, you find a couple of small shrines in the religious district, but
Ooh.
they're kept very small because, you know, there's massive amounts of construction going on, so not a lot of people can get in to build little shrines. And you are correct. You do find several small effigies to the four of you across the poor district. Usually in like windows and above doors.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, bless them. I love them.
They seem to be using them as sort of like protection spirits.
Also, by the way, the line on my monitor is getting worse.
Oh.
Well, that's why it's getting shipped out.
It's 4 green lines now.
Oh
Yay.
no. Yeah, no, that's
Yay!
definitely a problem that they need to fix.
I mean, I am sending it out
considering
tomorrow.
considering the fact that it's a monitor, they're probably just gonna replace it because fixing monitors is a pain in the ass. And from the sounds of it, it's probably something. It sounds like it's the LEDs failing, and it would be more effort than it's worth to change them than to just replace it.
True.
Yeah, they literally, I told them about it, and they literally were like, here's the shipping information. Put all your shit on it. I was like, alright, bet.
But so here's an interesting idea. How would you go about upgrading an amulet of health?
I mean, easiest
Curious.
thing would be it would up your constitution to 21.
That's fair. Be like 18 more HP. And make any other
Like
characters at this character
that's the most logical progression of it.
fair. That is. Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Oh, I was
So, like,
moving things around in
45 grand.
my room, and the galaxy plushie attacked me.
Oh.
I have a
You got
black hole
attacked-
plushie.
You got attacked by a black hole.
Yeah, I was attacked by the German science bird people's plushie. I'm sorry I don't have the duck. I wish I had the duck. I want the duck. I want the duck so bad.
But
I can't.
so what are the chances that I either have to use wishes on it or can just pay an exorbitant amount of money to remove the attunement requirement from some items? I know that's a tricky one, and I feel like I already know the answer, but I'm asking anyways because it doesn't
Yeah,
hurt.
I feel like just introducing the possibility of attunement being removable in my setting is opening a can of worms I don't want to deal with.
So probably wish only, and even then I'd probably just keep it to myself and the
Yeah.
party. Maybe gives people, maybe give that to people down the line if I decree that I feel like they've earned it.
Because that is a very
Very-
big can of worms.
That's a very slippery slope. So the main things, because I'm not going to try and remove the attunement off legendary items, would probably be uncommons, maybe rares. Maybe some rares. No, I would not want to remove attunement off the ammo of health. I feel like that's a justified attunement. That item is far too powerful. I was thinking... So, I feel... At this point in time, I feel like the Ring of Mind Shielding is... It could be non-attunement and it would still only serve a very minor role in things. I'm fine with my Tome Stain Attunement. I'm fine with the Robes of the Arch Magi. That's a given. Helm of Teleportation is fine. Stain Attunement. I wouldn't dream of trying to get you to let me have a non-attunement, fucking Mysium Apparatus.
I think if you even asked, Fert would just quit.
The two main things, because I don't even really care about the Ring of Mind Shielding. Two main things would either be the Bracers of Defense, which will be getting the axe in favor of the robes, otherwise, or the sword. The original idea for it. What if I just took the attunement away from this?
Huh?
Alex is just posing questions about it related to attunement.
If I have to risk wish for it, I'm okay to do that. I'll just have to weigh if I really want to, chance that before the end.
Oh, I cursed the server with lightning fuck hands. Fuck hands, McQueen.
What?
I cursed the server.
How
did you curse? What?
In memes.
I wouldn't ask to remove... The only item I would potentially ask to remove the attunement of, for probably sake of consistency, would be the Flame Tongue sword, the Flame Tongue Greatsword. Because that'd probably just be for consistency's sake. What else would I remove? What else would I feel would be a justified attunement removal? Definitely not the belt. That would be stupid. Plus, it'd probably have to be re-unattuned if it got it upgraded again. Fuck, Gore, what items even do you even have? I don't pay super close attention to your items.
So my items are the attunement items are belt of dwarven kind,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna be 2 more constitution.
Yeah.
And the poison resistance and all that.
Yeah.
Dark vision.
Yeah.
The belt of fire giant strength, which is
I'm
probably
not-
as far as I'm taking that.
Yeah, that's. I'm not. I want to keep Ferd around, so I'm not asking. I'm not even gonna fucking dare ask that one. Both of you.
Yeah, no free 25 strength for anybody.
Oh, no
Fine.
fucking shot.
Yeah, the flame tongue greatsword +1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they might quit, and I don't want Fer to quit.
And my last attunement item is actually just cloak of protection.
There has been something proposed in a different server, is that you basically combine the Ring of Prot and the Ring and Cloak of Prot into one item to combine their benefits.
What I was thinking of, too.
That'd be
like a +2 save, +2 all-around save item. Yeah.
Yeah, and +2 AC, which would also help to increase your AC because that's. You can also buff your. You can also just start buying armor upgrades too.
I'm gonna go get ready for bed. I swear to God, Alex, if you do some fuck shit, I'm gonna strangle you tomorrow.
You couldn't if you tried. Good luck. I am far too elusive even for you.
Okay, I'm banning you from playing game forever. What game would you like to know?
I see. Oh no, anyways, I'll just bribe you with good art. But I could maybe do Elwyn's bracers of archery. Maybe. Because it's a good item. And it's strong. But it's also slightly less impactful than the Oath Bow. Also, no, I'm not going to ask to remove the attunement of the Oath Bow. That's stupid. Basically, anything that's a very rare, off the table, even to me. Very rare higher? Fuck that. I'm breaking balance. I don't want to break it that bad. Even certain rares I'm just not going to do. Which is a rare now, so... His Eagle Sight things could probably have their attunement removed. I don't think that would be too... I don't think that would be too game-breaking. Forget what they're called. His advantage on perception when it's sight-based.
Yeah. I can't think of what it's called either. Something Eagle.
You have access to a cheat. You're the Dungeon
I
Master.
do. I'll check now in a moment.
Yeah.
Looking for something in the notes.
Fair enough.
Elwyn. Eyes of the Eagle.
Ah, Eyes of the Eagle. I could probably safely have its attunement removed. Because I think it's still just an uncommon. Hasn't been upgraded. And no to the Oath Bow, probably not on the Bracers of Archery. What's the last attunement? What's his last attunement? Forget. So, Oath Bow, Eyes of Eagle, Bracer of Archery. I forget the last thing.
That? I don't know if that's...
Wow.
The Prepart of Proof of Poison?
That is not attunement.
Okay.
It is very stupid, though. It is a non-attunement full immunity to poison. Just straight up. It's very dumb.
Oh, I know. That seems to be... Oh,
This mother-
flying.
Oh, there. Yeah, there. Okay, there it is. Well, although he's technically said that to me, I've just never really done much with it. I ain't a witch. I don't need no goddamn broom. So he's basically been playing with 3 attunement items.
Basically.
We should probably yell at him about that, because, frankly, I don't really ever intend to use the broom. Because I technically have it, and I've just never really... I mean, I could remove the attunement from it. I could. I just don't see all that much reason in it. It's a good item. I just don't personally see much of a reason to use it. It's also not a bad late game item. It's just when
Yeah,
I can.
Towards the end, if you have a wizard in the party, flight becomes a lot less of an issue.
If you have a druid in the party, flight becomes less of an issue because then you get windwalk, and then you're just like low W. What travel times? When you can go like almost 600 miles in 8 hours. It's funny. Yeah, but yeah, I'd probably avoid making some core items to our characters non-attunement, because that's a little too wormy even for me. I love opening cans of worms.
As Leo would say, you've opened this can of worms, now lie in it.
Oh, happily. I did wish an archmage that had just tried to kill us all into our throne room.
Yes, you did.
I did, and it went rather well too. No one died. I got the robes, and he's in prison on amenable terms. Going to turn this off now.